All right, so we're gonna do the first little, I guess you could call this a mod. So obviously this isn't the perfect professional way to do it, but this is more to kind of give me an idea of if I want this front piece to be black or blue. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the old Plasti Dip. The Plasti Dip special here, because I just cannot stand this gray, as I've mentioned to you guys in my last video, that it's just hideous to me. So I think black should look good, so I'm gonna go ahead and give that a shot, and that way it will match this rear one, and it will start to degrade this bike, because I just can't handle that. So all it takes is a 5mm Allen wrench. So you've got this screw, and then this one right here. Now on the back of this, there's, I believe it's a 10mm bolt right here, as you see on the back side. I've already removed the bolts from this side. So I'm going to go ahead and get that taken off, and I'll be right back. We have a little helper here today. So we got it pulled off, guys. We just used some hot soapy water to get that all cleaned up. Obviously dried. Got a little bit of paper underneath it, cover from any close overspray. Make sure we have it all, make sure the cannon is warm or room temperature, and get it nice and shaked up. Now I know, guys, don't give me shit. I know this is Plasti Dip and this is a brand new bike we're talking about, but this, again, as I mentioned, this is just mostly to see if I like it in black. Chances are this will not be permanent. Obviously, Plasti Dip isn't meant to be perfect or meant to be permanent. It's more of just kind of a tinker around with it, see if you like it kind of idea. That's what I'm doing here. So I'm either going to do it this Yamaha blue color, and if I want it to be in a blue, obviously I'm going to have to get the entire piece from the factory from an older model, because they didn't make the 2020 to have it in blue. So I'm thinking black's gonna look good, so let's find out how it goes. We're gonna start with one light coat. Make sure that when you guys are painting, you have everything, have at least a foot or two of clearance. I'm not too worried about this garage floor. Sorry about all the noise. Not too worried about this garage floor getting dirty, so that's why I only did a couple feet. So you're gonna wanna start probably about a foot back to kind of see how the Plasti Dip sets on there. Make sure I am using Plasti Dip. Imagine if I discovered that was
first light
actual
coat.
paint.
Ooh, you don't like that smell, huh? Just leave it like that. So notice that I'm about a foot, maybe 8 inches back. You want to do the first coat really light, guys, so we don't get any runs. And with Plasti Dip, you want to do multiple coats so that when it comes time to take it off, it can peel off and it's thick enough. Everything. And if you do end up seeing some type of flaws, when the stuff dries, it kind of heals itself. That makes sense. So the stuff is very forgiving. And then as it dries, it kind of, like I said, flattens itself out usually. That's probably about good for the first coat. We'll let that dry so we don't get any runs. And even if you do get runs, like I said, the stuff is really forgiving, so don't worry about it. At the end of the day, the stuff can just peel right off. Okay, that's pretty heavy for a first coat. And I'll be back after this dries and we do a second coat. First coat is dry. I put just a little bit more after I stopped the video. So here's what it looks like after about 5-10 minutes of drying. So we're gonna go around it with a second coat. I'll probably have to flip it over and like hit the back side for a couple small coats. And I'm not gonna do all the coats on video, this is just to kind of show you, but I'll tell you how many coats it took. It's already getting pretty good here. Sometimes you want to wipe off the cap a little bit because it'll start to get kind of gummy. You'll get little splotch marks here and there. Get it all up in the cracks. I'll probably only need 3 coats, is what I'm thinking so far. This is pretty heavy for a second coat. Probably should have went just a little bit lighter, but we're no professionals here. Okay, that's the second coat done. I'll be back in a little bit with third coat. What I want to do is I picked it up. You can see that there's still plenty of areas that you can't get as it's sitting on the ground. So get a glove, get something you don't mind getting dirty. And also another thing, the more level you can hold the can, the less chance you're going to have anything running or any splotches or anything like that. So I'm going to finish the rest of it off. Grab a place that's going to be less seen in case you mess something up. So you can tell there's tons right there that didn't get painted. So we're going to go ahead and get the parts that didn't get hit right now. Speedos. Oh yeah. So yeah, it works a lot better if you can hold the can level, and also if you're able to maneuver the part in the air like I was doing. So definitely recommend this setup. Put a glove on so you don't get your hand all dirty like I would have, and let's do it.
All right, guys, here's the finished product. So we did about 5 coats on that. My buddy said it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb anymore, and that was actually the best way to describe it when it was gray like that. So I think it'll really look good once I get the windscreen tinted. I think it'll kind of tie it all together, and then once I get my black exhaust on there, it'll kind of tie the whole thing all together, and then the black handles as well. I think it'll look really good. So I still may consider getting the whole piece in just the factory blue to match the paint, but I'll kind of wait. This will hold me over for now, and we'll see how it does. But I'm pretty dang happy with how it turned out, especially since that was free. And it really just kind of took, I don't know, maybe half an hour of my time. So as you can see, it matches the back one really good. So it's kind of a little bit of a flat black, I guess you could call it. I was gonna put clear coat on it, but I didn't want it to be all shiny and then the back one be all dull. So I'll kind of show you the back. So you can see how it's kind of dull. It's like a dull color, just like the front is. So yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. We're gonna leave it just like that for now, and then I'll get the other black parts on there and see how it looks when we're all done.